Hello people of YouTube, I'm the Nerd Logan and welcome back to another deck profile. Sorry I haven't been posting for a while. I got caught in school with the last part and then I've just been too busy enjoying summer. But I've got 4 decks at the ready, so I'm going to be trying to do deck profiles for those as soon as I can. So here's one of them, my Raidraptors. Since Battles of Legends came out, I was finally able to complete them. To give you a perspective, I've been building these things since frickin' Secrets of Eternity. That's how long it's been taking me to build these things. But aside from that, let's actually get into the deck itself. Alright, to start the deck, I use 3 Raidraptor Vanishing Lanius. Or Lanius. I'm going to say Lanius. Whenever Vanishing Lanius is summoned during that turn, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Raidraptor from your hand. And that just applies to this singular card. So if you special summon another one, that one can activate its effect, and so can the one after that if you have, for some reason, all 3. 3 Raidraptor Tribute Lanius. During the turn Tribute Lanius is normal or special summoned, you can send 1 Raidraptor card from deck to the graveyard, and during main phase 2, if Tribute Lanius destroyed a monster by battle, you can add 1 quick play rank up magic spell from your deck to your hand. I can't really use this because I don't use any quick plays, but eh. 3 Raidraptor Mimicry Lanius. During the turn he's normal or special summoned, you can increase the level of all Raidraptor monsters you control by 1. As well, during the main phase, your main phase to be exact, you can banish Mimicry Lanius from your graveyard the turn it's sent there, and add 1 Raidraptor card from your deck to your hand. This is a real good combo with Tribute Lanius because you can use Tribute to send Mimicry and then Mimicry to use that effect. Next, I use 3 Raidraptor Fuzzy Lanius. Fuzzy is the only Raidraptor that can special summon itself as long as you control a Raidraptor of different name. As well, whenever Fuzzy is sent to the graveyard by any means necessary, you can also add another Fuzzy from your deck to your hand. But during the turn you activate either of these effects, you can only activate Raidraptor monster effects for the rest of the turn. So there's a little bit of a downside. 2 Sharp Lanius. During the turn Sharp Lanius is normal or special summoned, you can target 1 attack position monster your opponent controls and change it to defense mode. And during main phase 2, if this card attacked, you can special summon 1 Raidraptor monster from your graveyard, whether it be main deck or extra deck, from like an extra deck monster from the graveyard. That almost sounds like it made no sense. Either way, Sharp can special summon anything from the graveyard if he attacked to that turn. 2 Raidraptor Pain Lanius. Pain, you can activate this effect in your hand by targeting 1 Raidraptor monster you control that has a level. Then you can special summon Pain from your hand, but you take damage equal to the lower stat of the Raidraptor that you targeted, and Pain will then become the level of the Raidraptor targeted. 2 Lastrix. Once per turn, you can, after damage calculation, I believe. Dang it. Oh, it's if a Raidraptor monster you control battles. Sorry, I'm an idiot sometimes. If a Raidraptor monster you control battles, after that, you can special summon Pain Lastrix, stupid me, from your hand, and you gain 100 life for every spell or trap you control or that is in your graveyard. But really, we don't use them for that effect. The effect you really use them for is that you contribute this card, special summon 1 Raidraptor XCs from your extra deck, and then afterwards, if you don't do anything with that Raidraptor, you have to return to the extra deck at the end phase. And finally for monsters, I use 1 Singing Lanius. Singing can just special summon himself as long as you control an XCs monster. But you can only do it once per turn, so yeah. Alright, for spells, I use 3 Rank Up Magic Skip Force. Skip Force can increase the... You can target 1 XCs monster you control, or 1 Raidraptor. 1 Raidraptor XCs, and then special summon one Raidraptor XCs whose rank is 2 ranks higher than that of the Raidraptor targeted. As well, you can banish this card from your graveyard, and special summon one Raidraptor XCs from the graveyard. 2 rank up magic Soul Shave Force. To activate this, you gotta pay half your life points. But then afterwards, you can target one Raidraptor XCs in your graveyard, and then rank up it by 2 into any XCs that's 2 ranks higher. And it's not restricting you just to a Raidraptor XCs. It also gives you any XCs. 2 rank up magic Raid Force. You can target one XCs monster you control and rank it up by 1 into any Raidraptor XCs 1 rank higher. And as well, you can banish this card from your graveyard along with one Raidraptor card from your hand, and then return any other rank up from your graveyard to your hand. Pretty good. 2 Raidraptor Nest. Nest can work only if you control 2 or more Raidraptor monsters, but if you do control those, you can special summon add one Raidraptor monster from your graveyard or your deck back to your hand. Just real good. 2 Raidraptor Call. With Call, you can target one Raidraptor monster you control, and then special summon one Raidraptor of the same name from your deck or hand in defense mode. But for the rest of the turn, you can only special summon Raidraptor monsters. 2 Twin Twister. With Twin Twister, you can discard a card and destroy up to 2 spell or trap cards on the field. It's good, nonetheless. 2 Lure Darkness. Since these guys are all darks, better use it. Because you can draw 2 cards and then banish a dark monster, but if you can't, you gotta discard your whole hand. 3 Raidraptor Readiness for traps. During the turn you activate this on the field, all Raidraptor monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. And as well, if you have a Raidraptor card in your graveyard along with this card, you can banish Readiness, and then for the rest of the turn, you take no damage. 2 Raptor's Gust. Raptor's Gust, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card, you can negate the activation and destroy it, and just to do this, you just need to control a Raidraptor card. It doesn't even have to be a monster, it could be the back row. And finally, 1 Solemn Warning. Pay 2,000, negate the summon of a monster or a spell, trap, or effect that would summon one. Alright, that's it for the main deck. Now let's get into the extra deck. 3 Raidraptor Force Tricks. This was the reason I can never complete the deck, because it took me forever to get this third one. But Force Tricks will gain 500 attack and defense for all other winged beasts you control, excluding itself. And as well, you can detach a material from this card and add 1 level 4 dark winged beast from your deck to your hand. And since that's what the majority of this deck is, it's real good. 2 Revolution Falcon. Once per turn, you can detach material from Revolution Falcon, and it can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. And as well, if he battles a special summoned monster, the attack and defense of that monster are reduced to 0. And if that monster survives by some means, it's gonna stay at 0. And as well, if Revolution has a Raidraptor attached to him as Xyz material, you can target a monster your opponent controls, destroy it, and if you do, they take damage equal to half of that monster's attack. And for that effect, you actually don't even need to detach, which is great. 2 Stranger Falcon. As long as Stranger has an Xyz monster equal to him as Xyz material, you can detach material, target one monster you control, and then deal damage equal. Target a monster, destroy it, and deal damage equal to that monster's attack. And if Stranger Falcon in your possession is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Raidraptor from your graveyard and equip Stranger to it as material. He's real good for recycling, honestly. 1 Blaze Falcon. Blaze can attack directly as long as it has Xyz material, and as well, if this card deals damage to your opponent, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls. The other thing Blaze can do is whenever you can detach a material, destroy as many special summon monsters your opponent controls as possible, and if you do, deal 500 for each. He's more situational than anything. One Rise Falcon. Rise needs 3 materials to make him, so that's kind of hard, so yeah. But he can attack all special summon monsters your opponent controls once each, and once per turn you can detach a material, target a special summon monster your opponent controls, and he gains the attack of that. And whatever monster he targets, he's just going to be 100 over it for that part. And the good thing is, you can activate this effect more than once. But, of course, by different turns. I'm stupid. But Rise Falcon can stack the attack of monsters he targets. So, he can get pretty big sometimes. One Blaze Falcon. Blade Burner Falcon. God, what is wrong with me today? Blade Burner, whenever he's XC summoned, if you have a 3,000 point difference from your opponent, being that your opponent has 3,000 more than you, Blade Burner gains 3,000 attack. And during the battle phase, if Blade Burner destroys a monster by battle, you can detach up to as many materials as you want from Blade Burner, then destroy as many opponent's monsters equal to the number of materials detached. He's real good for that push for game, but he's extremely situational, so that's why I only have him at 1. One Satellite Cannon Falcon. Whenever Satellite is successfully XC'd summoned, you destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls, and they can't respond to that effect with anything. And as well, once per turn, you can detach a material from Satellite Cannon and target one monster your opponent controls, and it'll lose 800 attack for each Raidraptor in your graveyard. So yeah. One Ultimate Falcon. When an Ultimate Falcon is unaffected by all other effects on the field, as well, you can detach material from him, decrease the attack of all monsters your opponent controls by 1,000, and their effects are negated. As well, if Ultimate Falcon has a Raidraptor as XC's material on him during the end phase, decrease the attack of all monsters your opponent controls with 1,000 attack by 1,000 attack, and if you can't do that, you inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent instead. One Ice Beast Zerofine. Since there's still Winged Beast, you can use him. Excuse me. You can detach material from Zerofine, negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent controls, and then Zerofine will gain 300 attack for all face-up cards on the field, excluding itself. So it's good for that final push. One Castel, the Sky Blasting Musketeer. You can detach a material from him, change a monster your opponent controls to face-down defense mode, or you can detach 2 materials and shuffle a monster your opponent controls back into the deck. And finally, one Cyber Dragon Infinity. Since you can use Soul Shave Force, you can use it to bring out this guy. Once per turn, you can target one attack position monster on the field, whether it be you or your opponent's side, and equip that attack position monster to Infinity as XC's material, and as well, once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach a material, negate the activation of anything, negate it, and destroy it. Well, that's all I have for my Raidraptor deck. If you guys got any suggestions for the deck, please comment them down below. I'd love to hear your guys' suggestions, and I'm always open to listen. And as well, upcoming, I will be posting this, my Ancient Gear deck profile, so be expecting that soon. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as well, I'd also like to give a shout out to one of my best friends. His name is NecroNeos. I will leave a link in the description to his channel. And other than that, thank you guys for watching. See ya!